Hey guys, welcome back to Hike Oregon. In today's video, I'm going to be putting together my brand new first aid kit. If you are new here, welcome to the Hike Oregon channel. I make hiking and backpacking vlogs, as well as gear reviews and just general tips and tricks videos to help you become a more confident hiker and backpacker. If you enjoy content like that, click that red subscribe button and the notification bell so that you are notified every time I make a new video. And if you want more content from me, you can always support me over on Patreon, where for as little as just $1, you get extra content throughout each month. Okay, so this video has been a long time coming. If you are not new here, you will have probably seen one of my older what's in my first aid kit videos. And in that video, I say, gosh, I need to up some supplies. I need to get new stuff. That was probably 2 years ago at this point, and I just never did anything with my first aid kit. Needless to say, I have been in some situations where the first aid kit would have come in handy. I didn't have the supplies, or I had a few supplies and then my friend had some supplies in her half-assed first aid kit. So needless to say, we don't have good first aid kits. So I did a little bit of research on what kinds of things I need in a hiking first aid kit. So I have gotten these things together and I will show you my brand new first aid kit. Now, this is probably not everything that you could need. Obviously, there are scenarios where you would need a lot more than I have in this little tiny day hiking first aid kit. And I will probably learn all of that when I take my wilderness first aid class at the end of October. However, I'm just day hiking and I'm not a wilderness first responder, so I don't necessarily need all of the things. This video is also going to have a little giveaway in it for 2 lucky winners, so stay tuned for the end of the video where I will give details on how you can enter. Okay. Oh god. Hi. So I have my new first aid kit in my brand new Hilltop Packs med kit bag. I thought these little bags were so cute, and everything fits in here except some of the bigger first aid items. So I'll show you those first, and then I will kind of spread all this out and show it to you in detail. This is going to be my new first aid kit. Everything I need is in here, and I'm going to use it for day hiking as well as backpacking. I used to have 2 different first aid kits, and the backpacking first aid kit was just literally the bare necessities, which is so stupid because you're way further out there and way further away from help than on a day hike. So having a first aid kit is imperative for both day hiking and backpacking. So I'm just gonna, when I go backpacking, I'm just gonna take this with me and transfer it from my day pack. So the 3 things that are not in the little first aid kit are my emergency blanket. It's just bulky. So then I have an emergency inflatable insulation pad from Rescue Essentials. Rescue Essentials has a ton of really awesome first aid gear. So this is from them. It's just inflatable pad. If someone is laid up, let's say they took a fall and hurt their back, or they broke their leg or something, and you need to lay them down to provide medical assistance or, wait for help. What if you're in the snow? That person could get hypothermia pretty quickly. If they're laying full body in the snow, it can take hours for search and rescue to come help. So this is really, really a good idea to have. And then the last thing that does not fit in there, that's just in my backpack, is also from Rescue Essentials, and it's just one of those things, it's hard to show, but the picture of the dog on here is really dark, so it's hard to show, but it is one of those slings that you put your dog in and you can carry them out. if the dog has a medical emergency. So this is also from Rescue Essentials, and they have different sizes, which is really nice. My dog is about 45 pounds. It would be really, really rough if I had to carry her out of a hike. I mean, I could, it's not an issue, but it would be really awkward, and if she is in any kind of pain or injured in any way, it would be really difficult. So putting her in this kind of sling situation and being able to, like, basically you can just hoist them out, right? So having one of these is really handy. So that lives in my backpack, this lives in my backpack, and this lives in my backpack. And the rest of the medical supplies are in here. Okay, so this is the first aid kit, and I have all of my medical supplies in here. So let me go ahead and show you. So here is all the stuff laid out, and I'll just go through it one by one. So over here, I have one of these flint things for starting a fire. I also have some waterproof matches just in case I have a hard time with this. I have a zip tie that has come in handy actually to repair a snowshoe that broke while I was snowshoeing. Then here is some medical tape for the bandages. I have some Imodium here, and then in here I guess I could put the Imodium in here too, but in this bag I have ibuprofen, Benadryl, and some more intensive pain pills just in case I take a fall and end up really injuring my back since I've had back surgery. I have a pair of nitrile gloves in case I'm dealing with somebody's blood or other bodily fluids. I have one of these things to clean out a wound. Then I have a pressure wrap from Rescue Essentials. Then I have a little pocket knife which also has scissors in it just in case I need to cut some of the gauze or anything like that. It has tweezers in case I need to remove a splinter, all of that. Then I have some iodine tablets for water just in case this life straw doesn't work. This is like my little life straw, so it's a water filter, you can drink water through this, but just in case that's not enough, or I need to do a lot of water, not just drink a couple sips, I have this. Then I have some steri strips for wounds. I have like a gauze pad, gauze sponges. I have a sewing kit. I don't really know why I would need that. Maybe my backpack broke or something like that. And then in here I have my ointment, antibiotic ointment, all of my band-aids, and I do have some disinfectant alcohol wipes as well. So I do feel like this is pretty comprehensive. Like I said before I kind of did some research on the major things that you want to have in your first aid kit, and I do have all of them. Again, I'll probably learn more in my wilderness first aid class coming up in end of October, but for now I feel pretty confident in the things that I have. Okay, so one person is going to be winning the Airbase inflatable insulation pad as well as the hypothermia wrap. This is one of those Mylar blankets. So one person is going to win that, and then the other person is going to win one of the Airbase inflatable insulation pads, one of the pressure wraps, and then also a poison ivy, poison oak, poison sumac little to-go soap. If you want to enter, all you have to do is be a subscriber to this channel. You have to like the video and comment down below if you have ever been in a wilderness first aid type situation. I'd love to hear. If you haven't had a wilderness first aid situation, no worries, you can still enter. Just comment down below, hey, I'm entering, or I'd like to enter, whatever. So there's gonna be 2 lucky winners, and I'm gonna send you this stuff. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed. If you don't already, go ahead and follow me over on Instagram. That's where I post all of my recent hiking and backpacking adventure pictures. And of course, if you want to hike and backpack here in this amazing state of Oregon, check out my website, hikeoregon.net. You'll find tons of hiking and backpacking information there. I also, for this time of year, have great fall foliage hike recommendations. And on the website is also where you will find access to all of the hiking guidebooks that I've written over the years. Thank you so much for watching, and I will catch you on the next adventure.